Hey loves, it's Elle here. Let's talk about a brand new trend that actually I've been talking about for years, but it just might be your solution to your super dry, dehydrated, and fine line plagued skin. Have you ever heard of skin flooding? Now, if you have been with me long enough, you have known that I am obsessed with Essence. I actually made a video many years ago called How Many is Too Many, where I applied, I think, like 10 essences to my skin. So think of it that way. So skin flooding is a viral trend that's happening right now. It started on TikTok, and basically it's here to address dehydration, fine lines and wrinkles, skin plumping, kind of that overall glowy, dewy skin. And that has always been something that I have been very into my whole career as a makeup artist as well as an esthetician. I have been known for that. Now that's basically about great skin prep, but skin flooding, honestly, I have been now practicing for the past couple of, I'd say, weeks, and I really, really love it. Now, it's all about these things. Instead of focusing on one great hydrating essence and one great, say serum and a really heavy moisturizer, it's about layering very thin, targeted products to the skin. So for example, you would start out with a toner that's targeted, then you would add maybe a spray type of hydration, and then you would add a couple different types of liquidy essences before you would apply your moisturizer and then your SPF, or you could do it during the evening too, morning and night. Now, this is also something that I wanted to talk about with this trend, skin flooding, is a lot, and especially I saw it a lot as in my skin studio, which is people complain a lot about their skin looking crepey. They just can't get enough hydration. I mean, living in the desert now, as well as when I lived in Chicago, I almost said Colorado, it was just one of those things that I heard from everybody. Now, if you live in more of a humid climate, I don't necessarily know if this trend would be for you, or if you have oily skin, if this trend would be for you, but you could use a few of these techniques. This is definitely more for aging, mature, dry, dehydrated, normal skin, and especially for people that live in more arid climates. But what I'm talking about here is whenever I see clients in the studio, I always recommend some type of skin flooding, but now obviously it wasn't called that, but now that I've learned about this term, I'll call that skin flooding. Because a lot of our fine lines and wrinkles, especially around the mouth, especially around the eyes, is a lot from dehydration. It's a lot from people not incorporating enough of the right moisture and hydration into the skin so that it actually plumps up those fine lines and makes them less prominent on the skin. And also too, that can be preventative as well as maintenance. Also too, it can just help the overall appearance of skin. This technique is also great for people that have just had treatments done. So make sure you obviously talk to your practitioners, but post microneedling, post lasering, post facelifts and things of that nature, whenever your doctors say you're able to use products, because this is feeding the skin. It's all about barrier protection and barrier feeding. It's feeding the skin with all of these great ingredients, hydrating humectants, to feed that skin and to aid the skin. Especially as we get older, we need to focus more on feeding the skin, protecting our barrier, focusing on hydration, because it's less about the intense ingredients that we may have focused on when we were in our 20s or early 30s. I also wrote some notes, so if you see me looking down, my notes are right here. Some key ingredients to look for whenever you are considering these products is anything that says essence. I'm just never gonna stop on an essence. I love it. Milky, hydrating, glowing, things of that nature. So here are some ingredients. There's gonna be a whole nother video I'm gonna be doing soon about a brand new trend that's coming out of Korea that is going to be a game changer if you get the right products, and can be done also in a clinic setting. So here's some products to look for. Of course, hyaluronic acid, but that needs to be applied to a damp skin. And before you put on your hyaluronic acid, always beta-glucan, glycerin, panthenol, polyglutamic acid, aloe, ceramides, growth factors, exosomes, things in that vein. There's also something called PRN, which I'll be talking about. Those are all ingredients we should be looking for. Glycerin is another one when we're talking about this trend. We can also go for rice water is fantastic. And again, it's basically layering these in the certain right fashion to get this skin flooding technique. And if you are gonna stick around, we're gonna go on a shopping trip together and we're gonna go look for a few products and I'll give you a little haul as well. And I will, of course, not leave you hanging and show you how to properly do this at home. And we're gonna leave right now to go shopping. We are gonna go to Ulta. I did go by the grocery store, not the grocery store, but the drugstore already, so I have those. So hopefully these products won't break the bank and you can enjoy this technique. So let's go. We're coming to Ulta, not because I don't love Ulta, but because there is no Sephora next to my house anywhere close. So let's do it. Okay, definitely Tatcha, but I'm not gonna buy another essence because I have it in storage. So if you have the Tatcha essence, that'd be a good one. Are gonna grab this Beekman milkshake. This has hyaluronic acid and squalane, which is my fave, and then a little bit of mugwort. Probiotics, love it. Okay, so here's where it got really crowded in the aisles, and so I had to do a little voiceover. But here's their K-Beauty section with all the different products, so many to choose from. And here I'm going to be referencing all of these pads. These are all different types of exfoliation, and you'll hear me talk later in the video about these. Super inexpensive, great for daily exfoliation. So I'm just showing you here the prices of some of these because this K-Beauty section is a lot less expensive than other areas of the store. Here is a great thermal water if you wanted to start off with one instead of a hydrating toner. All right, so we just got done with Ulta. It's very busy in there. I think it's the first time I've gone cosmetic shopping in Vegas. There's just no Sephora here. So I really would have liked to go to Sephora because Glow Recipe has a version of this, but with vitamin C in it. I will put it in the description box what I'm talking about because you got to remember too that we do still need some of our like vitamin C, retinol. Again, we'll talk about all of this, how to incorporate it, besides all of our amazing hydrating ingredients. But let's go home and I'm gonna show you what I got. All right, we're back, team. Okay, so I did get a few extra goodies. I did get the Anastasia Brow Freeze, lip cheat in Hot Gossip. I don't know. We'll see. From Charlotte Tilbury, her eyebrow pencil in Soft Brown, and of course my staple Anastasia's Brow Pencil in Taupe. Not pencil, but brow definer. Okay, let's talk about this. Now, there was so many people in there, it was hard to film because you could hear all these people talking in the background. You can see at the end, I go to, by the way, this Ulta wasn't amazing in their product selection, but they do have a Korean beauty section. I would go there, okay? The prices are way better, and especially the bottles are a lot bigger for less money, but go to the Korean beauty section. Because for this trend, I always recommend going K-Beauty, J-Beauty, things like that, because they just are the showstoppers for this trend. They're known for their glass, plumpy, juicy skin. Okay, so I used to love these guys, old QVC watchers. Do you remember the guys that started Beekman? They coming out with like a whole skincare line. I guess maybe I've been living under a rock, but I'm super excited to try this. Now, if this seems excessive, it is because I just wanted to get a bunch of products to try them so I could give you guys a really good review and what works and all that good stuff. And you apply, oh, there we go. It has a really beautiful sprayer to it. I love that, love that. I actually put it on my hand. Has no real smell. It's very like kind of earthy fresh. But anyway, I put this on the store on my hand and it really is very hydrating. So I love that. All right. So this brand I've actually never heard of. This is called Mayneo. This is, I think you say this brand Anu. This has, see, again, here's the ingredients we talked about. It has panthenol and hyaluron, which is a version of hyaluronic acid. They call these all toners. And a lot of these, you know, in K-Beauty, sometimes they call essences toners. But the way that it's distributed is just like an essence would, okay? And a lot of these you do have to kind of shake to incorporate the ingredients. This also has licorice root extract in it, so it's very soothing, calming to the skin. Same thing by this brand. If you are more oilier skin, you're gonna wanna go with this one, or problematic skin. This I'm really excited about because this is more of a milky toner, which is some of my favorite. I'll list another couple in the description box. There's another brand called I'm From, and they have a milky rice toner. Chef's kiss. And then I did order the I'm From fig, no, is it fig? No, yes, fig essence that I've told you guys about for years because it's kind of syrupy almost, which is a different type of texture, which we can talk about as well. So anyway, rice is great for brightening the skin, soothing the skin. Beautiful. It also has ceramides in it. Another, again, going back to the ingredients, looking at them, making sure they have all the ingredients we need in them. So that's that. This is becoming very long. I'm sorry. This is called Noors, and this has aloe vera and jojoba oil in it. This, you know, jojoba oil is one of my very, very favorite ingredients if we're trying to use not only something for hydration, but also something for moisture. A lot in here. A lot of different types of antioxidants in here. So not just like a vitamin C, straight vitamin C. Oh, interesting. Okay, very good. All right, and then this is, well, I got this because I wanted to try this. This is by that company. This is the same peptide. I'm sorry, not peptide. This is the same probiotic, but this is a barrier cream. So this is gonna go on last. And this has the same complex as the other one. So the probiotic rich, as well as microencapsulated, it says refreshing sensation of hydrating microencapsule upon application. So what it means is basically they've microencapsulated the ingredients, and then when you put them on the skin, they burst, and then they stay more efficacious, as well as then they kind of go onto the skin at a more higher potency. All right. So I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but you're going to have to come for part 2 to see how I would put all of these on, to see other products I'd recommend, and to see what it really looks like to flood your skin with hydration. We will do before and after so you can really see it. So join me for part 2. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.